God says, the angels are in shock because only you still don't know what happened last night. This is your last chance to know the whole truth, so stay with me and listen carefully. You have no idea what just passed you in the darkness. You have no idea what I saved you from while you slept. The heavens stood still, the angels watched in silence, and I moved on your behalf. But you still walk unaware. Child, this is not something to ignore. This is not something to pass by lightly. If you turn away from this moment, you will miss something so deeply tied to your future that it may never return. You will miss a breakthrough that was meant for you. Stay close and listen. This is your last chance to understand what truly happened and why you were not taken, lost, or destroyed. If you believe this, comment, Amen. Last night, while your body rested, your name echoed through heaven. A war was fought in the spirit that you could not see with your eyes. The enemy came to sift you like wheat, to tear your peace apart and throw you into confusion. But I stood in between. I sent angels to block the blow. What was meant to touch you was stopped cold. What was sent to destroy your mind was intercepted. You don't realize how close you came to something that would have broken you. You are still here because I said, not this one is mine. You are not forgotten, you are not abandoned. The very fact that you are alive right now is not ordinary. It is not random. You were preserved, you were chosen. The enemy does not waste effort on those with no purpose. He launched something last night because he knows what is coming for you. He knows that your breakthrough is near, and if he can blind you right now, you might walk away from what was meant to lift you forever. This moment matters. I need you to listen with all your heart. If you only knew what tried to enter your home last night, if your eyes were opened, you would have wept. But I did not allow it. My hand covered your house. My hand covered your name. The plans formed against you in secret, but I saw them in the dark. Nothing escapes me. Every plan, every scheme, every whisper, I silenced it all before it could touch you. That is why the angels are in shock, because you woke up as if it was just another day, not knowing what heaven just did to protect you. The enemy was not aiming at your body, he was aiming at your mind, your heart, your hope. He wanted to push you over the edge. Last night wasn't just about danger, it was about discouragement. He wanted to convince you that you are unseen, unloved, and uncovered. He wanted to make you give up quietly, but I would not let that happen. I preserved your mind. I covered your thoughts. I surrounded you with peace, even when chaos tried to wrap itself around you. I am the Lord your God, and I do not sleep. If you trust this, comment 1111. You are not hearing this by accident. I brought you here. I orchestrated this moment to speak directly to you, to pull you out of the fog and show you what really took place. You cannot afford to sleep on this. There are blessings hanging over your life that are waiting for your awareness. There is a miracle about to be released that depends on your faith today. I'm opening your eyes now because what happened last night was just the beginning of something I'm about to do for you. Your name was spoken in heaven with authority. Your name was declared protected, anointed, and set apart. That is why the attack came so suddenly. It came because what I'm about to release in your life is too big, too holy, and too dangerous to the enemy's kingdom. He fears what you're stepping into. But what he doesn't know is that I already secured the next part of your story. He cannot stop what I've started. He cannot erase what I've written. The only thing that could stop this now is your unbelief. So stay close. Don't walk away. What you call coincidence was actually warfare. That delay yesterday wasn't just traffic, it was my hand redirecting you. That moment of confusion wasn't you losing control, it was me shifting something in your spirit. I am not just saving you from what you see, I'm protecting you from what you cannot even sense. That is why I'm telling you this now, so you don't miss the weight of this moment, so you don't fall back into sleep while I'm shaking the ground under your feet. You think you're waiting on me, but heaven is waiting on you, waiting for your heart to open, waiting for your spirit to recognize the signs, waiting for you to believe that this is not just another day, but a divine window. You are in the middle of a turning point. I didn't bring you this far to leave you blind. I preserved you because I'm about to position you. But I need you to wake up. I need you to be fully present. Because last night wasn't just an attack, it was a signal, it was a warning, and it was a beginning. You have asked me for proof, for confirmation, for something to show you that I'm still with you. This is it. This moment right now. I am talking to you through these words because I love you more than you know. I want you to see that you are not just floating through life, you are being carried, guided, watched over. You are under my protection. The enemy trembles at the sound of your name when it's spoken in my presence, because he knows who you belong to. He knows the covenant over your life. Even when you are unaware, I am active. Even when you feel lost, I am writing your way through. I never let go. Even in your silence, I hear your heart. Even in your doubt, I am faithful. I don't choose you based on perfection. I choose you based on purpose, and yours is far from over. Do not believe the lie that says this is all there is. You haven't even seen what I'm about to do in your life. Like this video if you believe that what the enemy meant for harm is turning around right now for your good. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. You are more covered than you know. There is a reason you've survived things others couldn't. There's a reason you keep making it when all odds are against you. You were marked before birth, destined, called. That's why you feel such resistance. That's why last night was heavier than usual. But that's also why you're still standing. Because I held you, I shielded you, and I still am. I am the God who parts seas, breaks chains, and raises the dead. And I am not done showing my power in your life. The angels were on high alert. There was tension in the heavens because what was planned against you was serious, but I declared once again that you are mine. And what belongs to me is off limits. The angels are still in awe because while they saw what tried to happen, only you have no idea how close you came to destruction. Your peace was targeted. Your stability, your purpose, your mind, all of it was under threat. You felt the heaviness without knowing where it came from. You felt exhausted without any cause. That was spiritual weight pressing against you. But now, I am revealing it, because I love you too much to let you walk forward in the dark. This is not just information. This is revelation. You need to know why you are still here. You need to know that it was not luck or chance that kept you alive. It was me. It has always been me. You prayed and asked me to protect you. You cried out for help when no one was around. I heard those quiet prayers, those whispers in the night when your heart was breaking. I never ignored you. I never looked away. My delay was not absence. My silence was not rejection. I was preparing a defense so strong that hell itself could not break through. I was wrapping you in a shield no demon could penetrate. And when the attack came last night, Everything I put in place did exactly what I promised. It covered you. You are walking in answered prayer and don't even realize it yet. That accident that never happened, that call that never came, that breakdown that didn't go too far, those were the signs. That was me at work. You thought nothing happened, but child, something massive was stopped. I held back a wave that would have taken you under. I cancelled a sentence that was spoken against you. I reversed a decision meant to harm you. But now, I need you to understand it. Because what you don't acknowledge, you won't grow from. If you feel this in your spirit, comment 222. Do not ignore what I am saying to you now. There is a reason the attack came right before your breakthrough. There is a reason the enemy waited until now to press in. He senses that you are getting close to something powerful. A door is about to open that will shift everything. A chapter is about to begin that hell cannot touch. And that's what triggered the enemy's desperation. He tried to come for you in the night because he knows what I'm about to do in the light. You are being elevated. Even when you can't see it, I'm lifting you. This season of pressure has been building something greater inside of you. I'm developing a strength in you that will carry others. I'm forming a testimony in your life that will shake the chains off others. Your pain has not been wasted. Your delays were not denial. I've been shaping your character while shielding your soul. I'm preparing you for influence, for impact, for greater purpose. But you must stay alert now. The fight is not over. Don't go back to sleep spiritually. Don't brush this off and go back to your routine. You asked for clarity and I'm giving it. You asked for signs and I'm showing them. But what you do with this moment will determine how quickly the next door opens. This is your last chance to understand the full weight of what's been happening around you. Don't delay your growth by ignoring the spiritual battle. Don't waste what I've saved you from by pretending it wasn't serious. My presence is still with you. I didn't just protect you, I'm still walking beside you. I go before you in meetings you haven't attended yet. I'm softening hearts, opening opportunities, and removing hidden traps. My hand is over every detail. You are not moving alone. I am aligning the right people, the right timing, the right atmosphere. When the blessing shows up, it won't be random. It will be the fruit of what I've already been doing in silence. You don't need to figure everything out. You only need to trust me. You've asked me to show up, and I already have, but I need you to see my hand even when you don't feel my presence. I need you to believe my promise even when you're still in the waiting, because that's where faith grows, that's where strength is formed. When you worship in the silence, when you praise through the pressure, when you trust me in the unknown, that's when the breakthrough becomes unshakable. You are favored, not because of what you've done, but because of who I am. I chose you for this generation, for this time, for this battle. You've survived things others would have folded under. You've carried burdens silently and still smiled. That strength didn't come from you, it came from me. I gave you grace for this walk, and I am still giving you what you need. Your prayers are not floating, they are working. And soon, very soon, you'll see what they've been building behind the scenes. The heaviness you felt lately isn't random, it's spiritual pressure. It's the weight of what I'm birthing through you. The enemy wants you to believe it's just stress, just life. But it's more. It's the final resistance before your breakthrough. When it feels hardest, it means you're closest. So don't give in, don't back down. You've come too far. I've brought you too far, and what's ahead is far greater than anything behind you. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I'm still the same God who split the sea, who brought water from a rock, who shut the mouths of lions, and who raised the dead. I have not changed. My power has not faded. What I did before, I can do again. And I'm about to do it for you. Not because you're perfect, but because you're mine. Because I love you. Because I have plans for you that you can't even imagine. But I need you to believe. Not halfway, not when it's easy, but now, even in the battle, you're not forgotten. You're not overlooked. Your name is written on my hand. Your tears are collected in my bottle. Every moment of pain, every quiet cry, every prayer when no one was listening, I heard it all. I've kept a record. And the time is coming when I will reward what was done in secret. The season is shifting. The storm is breaking, and you are stepping into a new level of favor. And you still wonder why. You still ask if I see you, if I hear your prayers, if I'm truly near. Let me tell you again, yes, I see you. Yes, I hear every cry, even the ones you never dared to say out loud. And yes, I am with you. Not from a distance. I am right here, closer than your breath. The reason I'm speaking now, with such urgency, is because you are standing on a spiritual cliff. And what comes next requires your attention. I need your eyes open. I need your heart ready. The next thing I'm about to release in your life will not make sense to your natural mind. You'll be tempted to question it, to doubt if it's real, to back away because of fear. But I'm preparing you in advance. I'm clearing the fog. Because when the doors swing open, I don't want you hesitating. I want you walking through them with confidence, knowing I went ahead of you. You are not who you were a year ago. Even if you feel weak, even if the pain has made you feel worn out, I have been strengthening you. Quietly, steadily, deeply. You've grown through things no one else saw. You overcame silently while others thought you were fine. You carried the weight of decisions, heartbreak and confusion, and still got up every day. That is strength. That is courage. And I gave you that because what I've called you to carry requires it. If your spirit bears witness to this, comment 333. Speak your faith into the atmosphere. Last night, what tried to touch your mind would have altered your entire day today if I hadn't stepped in. The discouragement planned for you was meant to suffocate your vision, to make you question your worth, your calling, your future. But I shut that down. I didn't even let it get close. I placed my hand over your thoughts, guarded your heart, and surrounded you with peace in the middle of what should have been chaos. That's not something to overlook. That's something to praise me for. The truth is, you've been under attack for a while now. It hasn't always looked dramatic on the outside, but your soul has felt the tension. You've wrestled with unseen pressure, confusion, sudden weariness, a strange heaviness with no explanation. That's not your imagination. That's not you being weak. That's the enemy trying to wear you down little by little, because if he can't take you out all at once, he hopes to make you tired enough to quit. But I've come to tell you today I am restoring your strength. This is not the end of your story. Not even close. The attack that came last night wasn't the final word. It was a reaction to what I've already declared over your life. You are moving into a season of alignment, where what I spoke long ago begins to show up right in front of you. The delays are ending, the confusion is clearing. You are about to see with your own eyes what I've been preparing behind the scenes for years. Not because you earned it, but because I promised it. The road you've walked hasn't been easy. You've cried more than you've told anyone. You've questioned why things happened the way they did. You've had to let go of people you loved. You've had to walk through fire, and still lift your hands in faith. And I've seen every step. I've kept every tear. I've heard every why. And even when I didn't answer right away, I was still working. The pain was not wasted. The fire did not destroy you. It refined you. It made you ready. You are about to walk into rooms that you used to pray just to see from a distance. You are going to speak in places where you once felt unworthy to enter. The same voice that trembled in fear will be used to declare my truth boldly. The same hands that once trembled in weakness will be lifted in praise, holding what I promised. You don't need to chase blessings. They're already moving toward you. You only need to stay faithful, stay positioned, stay awake. You are not late, you are not behind, you are right where I need you to be. Even when you don't understand, trust me. I don't make mistakes with timing. I know when to release. I know when to withhold. And I know when to protect you from what looks good but isn't sent from me. I've removed things from your life not to punish you, but to make room for what's next. You asked for better. I am giving you better. But better doesn't always come packaged in comfort. Sometimes it comes wrapped in surrender. My plans for you are still good, still full of hope, still leading you into a future you can't fully see yet. I have not forgotten what I said to you, and I have not changed my mind. People may have walked away, doors may have closed, things may have shifted suddenly, but I remain the same. I am not fickle. I am not moved by circumstances. I am steady, constant, faithful, and if I said I would do it, I will. Whether it's tomorrow or months from now, my word will stand. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. The angels are still watching because they know something you don't. They know what's being released into your timeline. They see what I'm setting up for you, and they marvel that you still doubt how loved you are. They marvel that you still wonder if you're covered. Let me settle that question now. You are covered. You are chosen. You are protected. I have surrounded you with fire the enemy cannot cross. And what I've placed inside you is greater than anything against you. There is power in your praise, even when you're weary. There is power in your surrender, even when you don't have the answers. Keep walking, keep believing, keep speaking life. The storm is passing, and the sky is clearing. You will not die in this season. You will not break under this pressure. You will rise. You will see what I've promised. And you will testify of how I moved when no one else could. You cannot touch them. And while you were unaware, while you were asleep or distracted or overwhelmed by your own thoughts, I was standing guard. That's why the angels are still in awe, because what was set against you was real, and it was heavy, and it was meant to break you completely. But my hand held back the storm. You have no idea how much I've already done for you in silence. The battles you didn't even know to pray about, I fought for you. The curses spoken behind your back, I cancelled them before they ever landed. The betrayals you were never warned about, I turned them into redirection. I've been working in the unseen to preserve your life, your mind, your calling. And now, I need you to know just how serious it was. Because if you don't understand what was blocked, you won't fully value what's about to be released. You have been asking for a sign, for a moment that proves I'm still near. This is it, not a dream, not a coincidence. This moment right now is a divine interruption. I am stopping you in your tracks to show you what you missed, so you don't miss it again. I am shaking your spirit awake, because where I'm taking you next will require a different level of awareness, of boldness, of spiritual vision. You cannot afford to sleepwalk through your destiny anymore. If you're beginning to understand what I'm saying, comment 555. Let heaven see your agreement. I didn't choose you because you were strong. I chose you because I knew you would survive what others couldn't. I knew you would hold on even with shaking hands. I knew you would keep walking with broken feet. I saw your future long before you saw your pain. And I knew I would bring you through it, not so you could boast in your strength, but so you could point others to mine. Your survival isn't just a testimony for you, it's going to lift others out of their own dark places. You've been carrying wounds, some old, some new. Some you don't talk about anymore because you've learned to live with them. But I haven't forgotten them. I've been healing you even when you didn't notice. Slowly, gently, through time, through tears, through small moments that seemed ordinary but were actually holy. And soon, very soon, you're going to feel something you haven't felt in a long time: freedom. Not just emotional relief, but deep, lasting, soul freedom. I'm not just patching you up, I'm making you whole. The attacks you faced weren't random, they were coordinated. The enemy studied your habits, your triggers, your weaknesses. He thought if he hit you at the right time, you'd finally give up. But what he didn't count on was how deeply I've anchored you. What he didn't expect was the strength I placed in your spirit. Even when you felt like quitting, something in you kept going. That wasn't just your will, it was my grace, and it's still holding you now. I'm not just protecting you from others, I'm protecting you from yourself, from the moments when you doubt too deeply, from the words you speak over yourself out of frustration, from the thoughts that say, I'm not enough, or I'll never make it. I hear those thoughts, and I silence them with truth. I speak life over you even when you don't. I remind you of who you are, even when you forget. That's how much I love you. I'm involved in the smallest details of your heart. There are things that didn't work out, and you've wondered if that was punishment. It wasn't. It was preservation. What you thought you lost, I removed. Not to harm you, but to make space for what's better. The closed doors were not rejection, they were redirection. I don't waste time taking things from you unless I have something greater ahead. But I know it hurt. I know it confused you. That's why I'm speaking now, to let you know I never abandoned you. I was right there, catching every tear, guiding every step, even in the dark. I've heard the prayers you stopped praying, the ones you gave up on because it felt like nothing changed. But I haven't forgotten them. I've been working behind the scenes in ways you wouldn't understand yet. Some things take time, because what I'm building in you is stronger than the pressure trying to break you. I don't just bless quickly, I bless deeply. I make sure what I give you can't be stolen. That's why the process takes time. But don't confuse delay with denial. What I promised is still on the way. You've been asking, when will it be my turn? And I've been answering, I'm preparing you for more than just a turn. I'm preparing you for a position, a place, a purpose that won't fade. You won't just have a moment, you'll have a mantle. And once I place it on your life, no one can remove it. Not rejection, not loss, not betrayal, not fear. What I place over you stays. Because it's not based on your perfection, it's based on my promise. If you believe I'm still working, still healing, still moving, then stay with me. You have no idea how many blessings are lined up with your name on them. You have no idea how many times I said no to the enemy when he came for you. You have no idea how many doors I'm about to open that you didn't even knock on. This is what I do for those I love. I go ahead of you. I make crooked paths straight. I turn ashes into beauty. I take the broken and make it holy. This banned wealth signal was hidden in a government vault for over 70 years until now. It's a simple 9-word brain trigger used by elites to attract unlimited money while the rest of the world struggles. But the moment too many people see this, it could be deleted. Click the link in the description and comments before it's taken down forever. You haven't seen anything yet. The best days are not behind you. I know it feels like you've missed out, like too much time has passed, like maybe your moment came and went. But I hold time. I restore time. I redeem what was lost, and I'm doing it for you now. I'm restoring years. I'm healing wounds. I'm returning joy. I'm bringing back dreams you buried. And I'm going to make it so clear that it was me, so undeniable, so unexpected, so beautiful that all you'll be able to do is lift your hands and weep in gratitude. So let me finish what I started. Don't run from me. Don't resist me. I'm not here to punish, I'm here to restore. I'm not here to condemn, I'm here to call you higher. You are mine. And no darkness, no failure, no lie can change that. Heaven has already declared it. I placed my hand over your chest while you slept and said, "Not yet. Their purpose is still unfolding." And so you rose, confused perhaps, tired maybe, but alive. Heaven saw what tried to take you, and now I'm asking you to open your eyes to it too. You don't need to fear what could have happened. You need to understand what didn't happen because of me. I stopped something in the spirit last night that was meant to echo destruction into your days. There were words spoken against you, but they hold no weight here. I silenced every tongue that rose in judgment. I shut down every invisible plan. You didn't see it, but your name was spoken in battle. Not by man, but by me. I called you protected. I called you mine. And the angels stood to enforce that truth. I didn't bring you this far to leave you wondering if you're loved. You are. Unshakably, endlessly, deeply loved. Not for what you've done, but simply because you are mine. I see you trying. I see you struggling. I see you doubting yourself more than you'll admit. But I see something in you that even you've forgotten, a spark I placed there from the beginning. That spark is still alive. And now, I'm breathing on it again. If you feel that breath of life, that stirring in your soul, comment 1212. Something is shifting even now. I'm not asking for your perfection. I never was. I'm asking for your attention. Because what I'm about to do next requires your full awareness. You've been wandering in circles, holding questions you're too afraid to ask out loud. Why does it always fall apart? Why do I feel so close, and then everything goes silent? Why does it feel like everyone else is moving forward except me? These questions are not weakness, they're signals. They show your heart is still awake, and I want to speak into every single one of them. You are not behind, you are in process, and there's a big difference. You're in a season of transition, one that looks like stillness, but is filled with divine movement. Just because you can't see what I'm doing doesn't mean I'm not doing it. The seed grows in the dark before it breaks through the soil. That's where you are, hidden but growing, covered but not forgotten. I am preparing you for something your current season could not handle yet, and soon what I've been developing will emerge. Last night's battle wasn't meant to end you, it was meant to wake you. The tension you felt, the anxiety that crept in, the sudden wave of fear, it wasn't random. The enemy sent it hoping to catch you off guard, but instead, it triggered this moment, this encounter, right here, right now, and I'm using it. Because what the enemy sends for harm, I always have the power to transform. And I will. I already am. Don't make the mistake of assuming silence means absence. I was there in the stillness. I was there when the tears rolled quietly down your face and no one noticed. I was there when you didn't have the words to pray, so you just whispered, "My name." That was enough. I don't require eloquence. I respond to surrender. Even when you didn't feel me, I was holding you. Even when your strength gave out, mine did not. I carried you through what should have crushed you. I want to be clear with you. You're entering a shift, a spiritual pivot. Things that were stuck are going to start moving. Prayers you forgot about are going to be answered. You will hear my voice more clearly. Your sleep will change. Your thoughts will become sharper. Because the fog is lifting. I'm doing something new, and the enemy knows it. That's why he tried to attack you in the night, because daybreak is coming, and with it, fresh oil, fresh peace, fresh purpose. You are not just anyone. You carry my mark. That is why warfare has followed you. That is why you've battled depression, rejection, and sudden losses. The pressure hasn't been because of your weakness. It's been because of your calling. But now, I'm lifting the weight. I'm resetting the atmosphere around you. I'm opening your ears to my voice again. And you will walk into this next season with your eyes wide open, knowing you were never alone. You thought it was just a hard week. You thought you were just tired. But it wasn't natural, it was spiritual. And the moment you began to see that, everything began to shift. Because now you're fighting with revelation. You're praying with understanding. You're worshiping not just for comfort, but for victory. You're not begging for peace anymore, you're declaring it. That's the shift I've been waiting for. That's the strength I've been growing in you. If you are ready to walk in that kind of strength, stay with me. I have more to show you, more to heal, more to give. Your breakthrough isn't coming, it's already here. It just hasn't fully unfolded in the physical yet, but it's done in the spirit. It's sealed. It's set. It's yours. And the next time the enemy tries to whisper that you're forgotten, that you're stuck, that nothing's changing, I want you to remember this moment. Remember what I stopped. Remember what I said. And declare it out loud. Speak it over yourself. Because your voice is powerful when it agrees with mine. Can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. There is no curse strong enough to override my covering. There is no lie loud enough to drown out my truth. There is no past too broken for me to redeem. You are still in the story because I'm not done writing it, and the next chapter will make sense of the last one. The glory coming will outweigh the pain. The peace ahead will silence the storms behind. And when it's all said and done, you'll look back not with regret, but with awe. You'll say, only God could have kept me sane through that. Only God could have healed what was that shattered. Only God could have turned that pain into purpose. And you will not just survive, you will thrive. You will lead others out of the same darkness you walked through, because your scars will carry power, not shame. Your testimony will be your weapon, and your story will not be one of defeat, it will be one of victory. You're not imagining things, you're waking up spiritually. And that's exactly what the enemy tried to stop last night. He didn't come for your things, he came for your awareness. Because when you truly wake up and realize who you are in me, he loses all control over your life. He fears the moment you understand what I've placed inside you. He fears the moment you begin to walk in boldness, knowing you're covered, chosen, and filled with my power. That's why the pressure has increased. That's why confusion tried to creep in. The enemy hoped you'd give up before this moment, before this understanding hit your heart. But here you are, still listening, still standing, and I'm proud of you for that. Even in your weakness, you didn't let go. Even in your lowest moments, you kept holding on. That is faith. You've been asking for peace, and I'm giving it now. Not just a surface calm, but deep peace that settles into your soul. The kind that doesn't waver when life does. The kind that whispers, God is still in control, even when nothing makes sense. I'm not just calming the storm around you, I'm calming the one within you. Because real peace doesn't always come from the outside changing. Sometimes it comes from me changing you from the inside out. If you can feel that peace settling in your chest, even just a little, comment 777. Speak it, believe it, receive it. You need to understand something important. I never promised life would be without struggle. I never said you wouldn't face pain. But I did promise this: I would never leave you. I would never forsake you. And I would never allow a storm that I couldn't use for your good. You have faced disappointment. You've tasted betrayal. You've cried over things you never told anyone about. And still, I've kept you. Still, I've been faithful. The path you're walking hasn't been easy, and that's because it's sacred. The more valuable the destination, the more resistance you face. The greater the anointing, the more intense the attacks. And child, your anointing is no small thing. That's why the enemy launched what he did last night. That's why the spiritual realm stood still, because the weight of your purpose shook the atmosphere. Angels were dispatched because your calling was being tested, and I made sure they surrounded you. This is not just about your personal comfort, it's about your destiny. It's about the generations that will be impacted by your obedience. It's about the lives you will touch, the chains you will help break, the people who will look at your story and find hope. That's why this is bigger than you. That's why the attack wasn't random, it was specific. Because your breakthrough is tied to others' freedom, and I will not let that be stopped. I'm about to lift the veil from your eyes. You're going to start seeing things more clearly. Where you once saw confusion, you'll see direction. Where you once felt anxiety, you'll feel assurance. I'm giving you spiritual clarity, vision that cuts through the fog and helps you discern what is from me and what is not. You've been walking through some places with uncertainty, but that's about to change. You'll know what to do. You'll know who to trust. You'll know where to go. The key is staying close to me. I'm not a God of confusion. I speak peace. I bring light. And I want to lead you into the next chapter, but I won't force you. I gave you free will, not to abandon you to your own devices, but to walk beside you as you choose me daily. And I'm here now, inviting you again, choose me. Even when it's hard, even when the path is narrow, because where I lead, there is life. There are things you've been carrying that I never asked you to hold. Expectations, pressure, guilt, shame. You've tried to earn my love, but child, you already have it. You don't have to perform for me. You just have to be with me. Talk to me. Walk with me. I miss the moments where you just came to me, without needing anything, just to sit with me. Let's go back to that place. Let me be your first love again. You've looked at others and wondered why their path seems easier, why doors open for them and not for you. But what you don't see is what I'm doing inside you. Your process is different because your purpose is different. You're not meant to blend in, you're meant to stand out. You're not meant to move quickly, you're meant to move deeply. And what I'm building in you requires depth, roots, strength. Because the higher I take you, the stronger your foundation must be. Don't rush this. Don't resent this. I'm not delaying your life. I'm developing it. I'm stripping away what you thought you needed so you can receive what I always intended for you. The right doors are coming. The right connections are being aligned. The right timing is unfolding. But if I opened it all too soon, it would crush you. So I'm pacing this with love. You don't see it yet, but later you'll thank me for the slow places. Why are 55 countries using the same mysterious money script? Because a leaked research file just exposed a 9-word pattern that activates wealth-attracting pathways in the brain. Repeat it daily, and watch money flow like water into your life. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I'm also healing things you stopped praying about. Childhood wounds, deep disappointments, secret fears. I see it all, and I care. I'm not afraid of your pain. I'm not disgusted by your brokenness. I draw near to the shattered places because that's where my glory shines the brightest. Don't hide from me. Invite me in. Let me sit with you in the places no one else is allowed. I am the God who restores what others overlook. There are miracles coming, not just blessings, but real miracles, things that cannot be explained by logic or timing or effort. I'm about to move in a way that makes people stop and say, "Only God." That's what you've been waiting for. That's what I'm setting you up for. But you must not stop now. The breakthrough is real. The shift is real. And it's already in motion. Because even when the weight of life pushed you down, your soul still whispered my name. And that whisper, quiet, shaky, barely audible, was enough to call down heaven's help. That's why I acted last night. That's why I blocked what was meant to harm you. You may not have known what was coming, but I did. There's been a war around you for longer than you realize. You've felt it, haven't you? The restlessness, the heaviness, the sudden waves of emotion that don't seem to make sense. That's not just life. That's spiritual warfare. Because your presence in this world threatens darkness. You carry light. You carry purpose. And the enemy has been hoping that if he presses hard enough, you'll fold. But you haven't. Even when you've stumbled, you've gotten back up. And I've counted every step. Not one has been wasted. If you're ready to keep going, comment 999. You are walking into something sacred. You've asked me why it's been so hard lately. Why your prayers seem to go unanswered. Why some nights feel heavier than others. It's not because I'm ignoring you. It's because I've been battling for you. What looked like silence was actually strategy. I've been fighting things off of you that would have crushed you. Some things I didn't even explain, because if you saw the full extent of what was aimed at your soul, you would have collapsed under the weight of it. So instead, I shielded you, silently, fully. The angels I sent weren't confused. They knew their assignment. They surrounded your home. They stood at your doors. They hovered over your mind while you slept. They whispered peace into your atmosphere. While the enemy tried to plant fear, I was planting promises. And while you lay there unaware, heaven stood guard. You need to know this because the blessing that's about to show up in your life isn't just a reward, it's evidence. Proof of what I protected. Proof of what I preserved. You were surrounded by fire, but you came out without a burn. That's not coincidence. That's covenant. I made you a promise, and I have not forgotten it. I don't forget like people do. I don't change my mind out of frustration or disappointment. I remain. My promises are yes and amen, even when you can't see them, even when they feel far away, even when everything in your life seems to say the opposite. My word stands. My plans hold firm. and I'm going to finish what I started in you. Nothing can stop it now. There's a reason you're still here. And it's not because you've done everything right. It's because I'm not done showing what I can do through you. Your mistakes don't cancel your calling. Your failures don't erase your purpose. The enemy wants you to live in shame, constantly looking backward. But I'm calling you forward. I don't call you by your failures, I call you by your future. And your future is bright, no matter how dark the road has felt lately. I know you've questioned me. I know you've cried in confusion, wondering why I didn't stop certain things, why I allowed some losses, why people walked away. But child, I need you to trust that I am wiser than your understanding. I didn't remove people to hurt you. I removed them to protect you. Some connections were blocking what I was trying to build in you. Some doors you wanted to walk through were never going to lead to peace. And though it hurt, I used it. I used it all to bring you here to this moment of clarity. I am not asking you to be fearless. I'm asking you to trust me even when you're afraid. To take the next step even with trembling hands. You don't have to see the whole path. You just need to walk the next part with me. I'll light the way. I always have. Even in the seasons where you thought you were lost, I was guiding you. Even in the silence, I was near. You've never taken a breath without my presence being wrapped around it. This next part of your life isn't going to look like the last. The pain won't last forever. The loneliness won't linger. The confusion won't consume you. I'm turning the page. And what I'm writing now will restore what was stolen. It will rebuild what was broken. It will renew what felt ruined. Because I am the God of resurrection. I bring life where there's been death. I bring beauty out of ashes. And I'm about to do that in you. You won't recognize yourself a year from now. The healing that's coming will change how you see everything. You'll laugh again, not the surface kind, but deep laughter that comes from peace. You'll rest again, not just physically, but in your soul. You'll love again, dream again, believe again. And not because life got easier, but because you trusted me through the fire. That kind of faith always bears fruit. If you believe that something new is about to rise in your life, stay close, stay expectant. This is not just talk. This is a move of God. I'm orchestrating things you don't see. Conversations are happening behind closed doors. Opportunities are aligning. Delays are breaking. And soon, what felt impossible will feel inevitable. Because when I speak, creation listens. And I've already spoken over your life. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase just 9 words long that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It's already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Don't shrink yourself to fit people's comfort zones. Don't quiet your calling to make others feel better. I didn't set you apart so you could blend in. I didn't anoint you for the background. I called you to rise. I called you to carry something heavy, yes, but also holy. And I've given you the grace to do it. You're not too broken. You're not too late. You're right on time for what I'm about to release. And when it happens, you'll remember this moment. You'll remember this word. You'll remember the weight of what you felt when I said, "Only you don't know what happened last night." Because you'll realize it wasn't just about danger, it was about destiny. It was about waking you up to the reality that heaven has always been fighting for you, that you are not forgotten, that you are deeply known, and that you are being prepared for something you never imagined. What could have been your ending was blocked. What was set in motion against you was undone, and I allowed you to wake up not just to live another day, but to finally realize the weight of your calling. You are not average. You are not meant to live a life tucked into the background, hidden behind fear and doubt. You are my vessel, my light. You are chosen to break patterns, lift burdens, and shift atmospheres. And that's why the attack came. Not because you are weak, but because you're about to step into strength like you've never known. That's why the darkness pressed in so hard. Because your life, your obedience, your survival threatens everything hell built against your bloodline. If you feel something stirring deep within, a fire you thought had died starting to rise again, comment 1010. Let the enemy know you're still here. The angels didn't just watch last night, they celebrated. Because when the attack failed, when the enemy was turned away, they saw another chapter get unlocked in your life. They saw the chains that tried to form break into dust. They saw the fear that tried to take root fall powerless. And you woke up thinking it was just another day, but it wasn't. It was the beginning of the turning point. You've been holding pain for too long. You've been walking with a quiet ache, carrying things you thought you had to hide. But I see it. And I'm not disappointed in you. I'm moved by your faithfulness in the middle of it all. You kept going even when you didn't feel me. You kept believing even when it looked like nothing was changing. And that kind of faith, that even if, faith, that's what I honor. That's what I'm rewarding. I am restoring your inner world. Because it's not enough for things around you to change. If what's inside you still feels broken, you've learned how to survive. Now I'm going to teach you how to thrive. I'm removing the weight from your chest. I'm healing the invisible wounds. The ones you've grown used to, the ones you've normalized. I'm speaking peace into every place that's been overwhelmed. Because you were never meant to live numb. You were meant to live full. You've asked me why some things ended the way they did. Why you had to lose people you thought were forever. Why I let certain doors close when you were ready to walk through them. But what you saw as loss, I was using as preparation. Some things you prayed to keep would have kept you from becoming who I made you to be. I had to allow it to end so I could start something better. You don't see it yet, but every ending had purpose. Every goodbye was tied to growth. I've never taken something from you without the intention to replace it with something greater. Maybe not immediately, maybe not the same way, but always greater. That's how I work. I'm not interested in giving you what the world calls good. I want to give you what is best, what is lasting, what cannot be stolen. And for that, I needed your heart to be free. Free from dependence on people who couldn't carry your calling. Free from cycles that delayed your destiny. Free to trust me with everything. There is something sacred about your resilience, about how you kept moving forward, step by step, even when it felt like everything around you was falling apart. I was there in every step, holding you when you didn't know you were being held, strengthening you when you thought you were alone. And now, because you didn't quit, I'm pouring fresh oil over your life. A fresh anointing, a deeper power, a new authority, and the enemy knows it. That's why he tried to confuse you in the night. That's why he sent voices of doubt, trying to convince you that it's too late, that you've missed your chance, that nothing will ever change. But he is a liar, and I'm uncovering every lie now. Because you are not behind, you're exactly where I need you to be for what I'm about to do. The timeline hasn't been wasted. I redeem time. I restore years. I rewrite stories. And I'm doing it for you. If you're still with me, know this: your fight is not for nothing. Your tears have been seen, your prayers have not returned empty, and your name is known in heaven. There are things I'm aligning right now that will leave you speechless. The very doors that once slammed shut are going to open wide. The very areas where you felt weakest will become your greatest testimony. And those who thought your story was over are going to witness your rise. You are stepping into a season of revelation, where what didn't make sense before will suddenly become clear. You're going to understand why the waiting was necessary, why I had to remove certain people, why the blessing had to be delayed. Because if it had come sooner, you might have settled. You might have believed it was your doing. But now you'll know it was all me, and you won't walk into it with pride. You'll walk in with peace, with humility, with confidence not in yourself, but in my faithfulness. You'll carry authority not because of your title, but because of your testimony. And when others ask how you made it through, you'll say, it was God, only God. A neuroscientist says, yes, a 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There's no need to fear what's ahead. I'm already there. I've walked into your future and cleared the path. The crooked places are becoming straight. The mountains are being moved. The valleys are being lifted. You are surrounded by my presence, covered by my grace, and led by my spirit. And nothing, not fear, not failure, not even your own doubts can stop what I've put in motion. So take a breath. Let your shoulders relax. You are safe here. You are seen. You are known. And you are so deeply loved. What happened last night wasn't an ending, it was a beginning. And from here forward, I'm walking with you into every room, every decision, every season. Even when you ran, even when you pushed me away, even when you doubted that I could still use you, I stayed. I stayed because I see what's inside of you. I see the gold beneath the dust. I see the beauty I placed in you before the pain tried to hide it. There are things in motion right now, shifts, alignments, divine rearrangements that you haven't even sensed yet. Doors you didn't even know existed are about to swing wide open. Opportunities you thought were lost are circling back. Relationships that were never meant to last are being removed gently, while new connections are forming in the unseen. All of this has been orchestrated, not by chance, not by coincidence, but by my hand. I am the God of details, and I'm working out every detail for your good. You've been tired lately, not just in your body, but in your soul. Tired of trying, tired of holding everything together, tired of pretending you're okay when inside you're unraveling. I see that.